Easter has always been proposed as the other Christmas celebration. We tend to equate celebrations with big gatherings, loud music, and noisy games. With Christmas comes the shopping frenzy, heavy traffic, and Santa Claus decorations. This 2020, Easter is totally different. Quarantine. We find ourselves in a prolonged intimacy with our families, something we have not done for a very, very long time. We hear even our own breathing and our heartbeats, reminding us how blessed we are to live and that life is indeed precious. After the streams of film, trivias, and selfies, silence becomes inescapable, inviting us to seriously take a look at our lives and not just leave it for a game of chance. Shopping frenzy became panic buying, and when one reaches the counter, as we load the cart full of goods on the grocery conveyor, we behold, if you're able to pause even for a bit, the minimum wage earner cashier who must be thinking to herself, the bill to be paid is equivalent to her net pay as she worries for the next meal for her children. Heavy traffic of cars became long lines of masked and worried quarantine pass holders, targeting first the items normally taken for granted, only to see empty shelves, reminding us of limitness from limitless, and how the non-essentials got deprioritized from the shopping list to give space for the basics of what can truly extend life. The list has been reversed. During Christmas, it is Santa Claus who would tend to steal the limelight from the reason of the season. But this crisis period, we suddenly recognize real modern day heroes, our frontliners. Deep, sincere gratitude flows and extends even to the people who normally pixelate in the background like decors. Guards become real securities. Helps were that, serving real helps. We prayed that the garbage collectors would faithfully come, and our health professionals are now given extra when before they even had to pay extra for their internships. Redefinitions. This is what Easter is all about. Death to life, sin to salvation, despair to hope, busyness to mindfulness, me to humanity, death to what lies beyond. The good news is that life has a way of correcting itself beyond our capacities. And yes, it has to be beyond me. Because sometimes, if not most of the time, the source of the problem is me. With narcissism, I always thought the universe revolved around my narrative. I had to be rich, so I climbed the corporate ladder at a young age. I had to be successful, so I reaped laurels. I had to be celebrated, so I founded a globally recognized social enterprise. I did not heed Saint Ignatius of Loyola's warnings of the tail of the serpent and cunning temptations, riches, honor, and pride. And it all had to come tumbling down. Richard Rohr talked about the necessary suffering, that it was non-negotiable, and reminds us that this dying is an exact correlation to how much we want the real. Today, I continue to be a work in progress, inspired by C.S. Lewis' reflections. Imagine yourself as a living house. God comes in to rebuild that house. At first, perhaps you can understand what He is doing. He's getting the drains right and stopping the leaks in the roof and so on. You knew that those jobs needed doing, and so you are not surprised. But presently, he starts knocking the house about in a way that hurts abominably and does not seem to make any sense. What on earth is he up to? The explanation is that he's building quite a different house from the one you thought of. You thought you were being made into a decent little cottage, but he's building a palace, and he intends to come and live in it himself. May this crisis become a redefinition, especially of how we treated Easter in celebrations, because amidst the challenges, we can still fully celebrate Easter, even in silence. Remember, Easter began in the darkness of a cave.